Yay! Hello, it's Wednesday, and Wednesday means
Hump
hump
day.
day! And another edition of Hump Day happenings with the honeydew list maker, me, Lisa Lee, and wait, I gotta point it this way, honeydew list doer, Randy Lee.
That's me. I do whatever she tells me.
Pretty much. So, good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, and this is another edition of Hump Day Happenings, which I'm sure everyone is super excited to see again. Last week, somebody commented it was awkwardly awesome, and that made me so happy. So, I think that it is. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I am good.
I am good. Good. I am good too. So should we get to it?
Get to it.
All right. So first of all, I just want to mention that it's been really, really hot out, and it looks to be hot again today. Yay. So with that being said, I know on our Facebook page I had put out a kind of a, hey, we can't ship encaustic when it's this hot out. So, Flash, maybe not, right now is not the time, buddy. We usually have our morning play time, and Flash has his favorite ball. Stop it. Maybe not right now, dude. So anyway, so when it's this hot, we really can't ship encaustic. So we just kind of wanted to let everyone know that if you do order something, I'll probably send an email to say, hey, let's see what your temperature is and our temperature is, and kind of figure something out until it cools down a little bit. Otherwise, we'll have to arrange a pickup or delivery or something until things kind of cool down here. While it's good to about 120, 130 degrees, we don't have control over the temperature in the vehicle it's in, or maybe if it gets left on somebody's doorstop. So kind of one of those things when it's too cold during the winter or too hot during the summer, shipping does matter. So yeah. So I just wanted to mention that. If anyone has questions, they can always email us at info@tincatstudio.com or message us or whatever. So anyway, we had kind of a oddly busy week, didn't we?
Yeah, it was busy in a different way.
Different reasons. What's that?
Tried to stay inside, indoors.
Yeah. But we did get to work on some custom orders this week, and we're going to show a couple of those because we do get asked quite often if we do custom orders, and yeah, we do, don't we, Hein?
We do quite a few of them, actually.
Yeah, actually we have. We do quite a few. So here's, sorry, you guys got to look at me as I'm looking in different places because I'm trying to run this, but we did a custom order for someone, and this is what we did. And actually, if you want to briefly just say what we did there, go for it.
So this had a different image in it, and it wasn't quite the right image. The couple was purchasing the gift, and it wasn't the right image for the couple or people that were giving it to. So we were able to they liked the frame, but they didn't like the image. So, well, not that they didn't like it, it just wasn't the right subject. And so we were able to pop a different image in there. Went through the process of kind of being in touch with them and figuring out what picture would work for them, and so we were able to pinpoint that down, and they picked this one, and we were able to encausticate it and put it on this frame. That they really like the frame, and this frame is a little bit different. It's basically metal with another little reclaimed wood frame within that. So kind of dimensional, different. Neat little piece. So
Yeah, I'm having dog problems on my end here. Hang on. So yeah, that's one of my. I really like that frame, and the picture that was in there was pretty awesome too. But yeah, this person needed a Ford, and it wasn't a Ford that was in there, so we were able to find a Ford picture and worked with them, and that was a lot of fun. And then we did this one.
Yep, this is a gal who owns some other art of ours, and this is a picture of her grandparents' farm. And so she sent us the original picture, which was kind of faded. We don't really have that to show right now, but kind of faded, kind of bluish from being, just over the years. If you don't have UV glass on something, over time it will fade some. Even just sunlight in any room, even if it's not in direct sunlight, it will fade some over time. So if you have pictures that have been hanging up for 20, 30 years and they get some sunlight, they will fade if you don't have protective. But anyway, so sent us the picture. I was able to photograph it, Photoshop it, bring some color back to it. Still has kind of a vintage feel of the farm. And then we framed it in reclaimed barnwood and corrugated metal, and then rusty corners. So.
Yeah, that turned out
yesterday. And that's a laminated photo, not an encaustic photo, so we were able to ship that in the heat. Doesn't matter. It's kind of a different finish. So.
Yeah, that one's shippable as well as our prints and cards. And if anyone's that's watching right now as we're live, if you have questions or comments, feel free, because I can read them. Yeah, so we worked on those 2 custom orders, and we also, last week Friday, people may have seen that we posted a picture that or a couple Fridays ago, maybe, I don't remember, that we were looking for a vintage camper, and I'm happy to say we found one, and we brought Gertie home in the past week, and was just going to show a little bit of pictures of her. And Gertie is a Swiss colony, hence the name. Of course, I named her. You can tell that because I'm really good at naming things. I think Randy would disagree, but I think I'm really good at naming things.
Yeah, you like to name things like Bluey and Chipmunky, and so she doesn't get to name a lot of the images.
Anyway, but so somebody reached out to us and said they have this camper, and things worked out. There she is right there. And we brought her home. So if anyone knows anything about Swiss Colony campers, it is really hard to find information on them. And we would just want to know that because it is vintage, and we kind of wanted to know some information about them, but I can't really find anything about the company or when they were made from or anything. So we're kind of still looking to see if we can find what the year is, but I haven't found anything yet. So the whole point of Gertie is that we're hoping to make her into kind of a mobile gallery studio. So when people say, hey, can we come work at your house? We actually have somewhere we can hang it, right? So,
yeah, people often want to see it in person, and Artsy Gallery in Amory and Jack's 110 Gallery up in Frederick are the closest for us. But, people do want to come here, and there really isn't a place to see our art here on the property. And we eventually plan to do some sales here at home. Earth Arts Tour we were planning on doing this year, but that didn't happen. Hopefully next year we'll see what shakes out. But just a place for it to be here, and maybe down the road take it to a couple more local shows. We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with it. She's a little bigger than we were kind of looking for that, but who knows? It might work out. We have we have yet to kind of figure that all out, but for sure she'll be a gallery here. And yeah, Earth Arts, I'm kind of excited about for next year. Hopefully this COVID is done with and we can have it, because I think we kind of have some fun things planned for it next year, and some other people that have agreed to come here, and we're going to make this kind of a little destination stop. So hopefully things work out and it cools off enough so I can continue to gut her out. So I was just going to show a couple pictures of what she looks like on the inside. And here's stepping in the door, looking towards the back. You can see the back had some, I don't know, do you think they were bunk beds at one time, or that's my guess?
Yeah, I would imagine bunk beds or similar. Yeah, probably bunk beds, similar to what we have in our other camper, at least partial bunk bed or cardboard storage.
Or and then this is standing in the back looking forward. So I ended up working on the back part because I believe we're going to find some issues in the back left corner there, because stuff really tore apart easily. And then I was able to get it exposed down to the metal. And to the other corner there, which this is the corner that definitely had some issues. And I got to discover a whole ant colony. And they really told me how much they were angry with me ruining their little ant colony by crawling all over my body and biting me. So that was fun. And then the plan is, and you kind of asked, and it seemed like everyone else kind of enjoyed this color, but definitely kind of a turquoise or a blue or something along those lines is what we're hoping to maybe in the end paint the outside, and then the inside is going to be basically just wall space, gallery space. Yeah. So kind of a fun project.
Rustic look on the inside, similar to our booth, kind of, in a way. That's what our look and feel really is, and our vibe, and I think that's what we're going to go for. Not so much vintage-y, but farmhouse-y maybe. And
farmhouse industrial.
Yeah. Which
is what we always say our style kind of is.
Yeah, it is, yep.
Although abstract farmhouse industrial, I don't know. Kind of been moving into a new direction. So, hey, do you have your stickers there?
I do, yes. Some of you guys may have gotten these stickers in the past from us. They're little vinyl stickers. My daughter made these. Her Instagram is Vinyl, yeah, you can see it there.
Yeah.
Vinyl.lee. On Instagram, so give her a follow. She's starting this business with vinyl stickers, logos, creations. This is a heat transfer, so t-shirts like this, logos, stencils, that type of thing. I have some other things I've gotten from her that I haven't tried yet, but we're working on it so we can give more examples of that. But yeah, she did this t-shirt. And these stickers, like I said, you kind of maybe have gotten these in the past from us. It's a vinyl cutout, so it's not like a regular bumper sticker. So you take the back off, stick it on, make sure it gets pressed down real good, and then you remove the clear top label, and what's left is the vinyl cutout. So it's like a dimensional aspect sticker. So Vinyl.lee on Instagram.
Cool. Well, yeah, so the t-shirts, that's kind of exciting because we might be able to have some of those coming in the future that we can afford to make. So we are being harassed in our comments, so I just wanted to show that. So our friend Craig over Acme Junk said, hello, Craig. And then he did note that it's to go back to bed because it's too early to think. So he must have seen the smoke coming out of our heads at this point. And yes, it is too early for this. But yesterday we actually recorded this because we've been doing it at night, and something bad happened. And so we had to redo it. And being it's Wednesday, we chose to do it this morning right away. So it is early, I know. but it's going to rain and we have plans. So anyway, so quickly, honey, do you want to show everyone what you've been doing in your normally you're outside in your outside office, but today you're upstairs in your upstairs office. Do you want to talk briefly about what you've been doing up there?
So this little project, this was the last room in our house that needed to be finished. It's not quite done yet, but it's getting there. It's been a process. The first couple days was just cleaning out my office. As some of you who know me pretty well, I like to save a lot of things, so I have a lot of junk. But this is the office where I do all my editing, printing, that type of thing, designing. So the walls were basically just bare sheetrock, not taped or anything. So this was the last room we finished. So I'll kind of see if I can maybe show you a little bit here. Not going to be able to see quite a lot, but you can see the ceiling where I have half done now. It is rough sawn lumber that's been cut down. So I have to cut each board down 6 times and then cut it to length, paint it, distress it, and so it gives it that farmhouse look. The walls, I picked a nice blue. I think I would paint everything in my life blue or teal or yellow if I could. So this is kind of my computer where I edit stuff here, and then the walls here are like a gray and blue. Show you the steps real quick if I can. So the steps go down. There's a lot of trim work and whatnot going on down there. And then one last thing, if you can see the floor. So that's pretty much it. Just I've spent the entire week, with the exception of the times that Lisa tells me I have to do other stuff, up here working on this. So it's been a process. I'm getting really close to being done, and then I can move on to whatever's next.
Oh, I got plans. Before we move on to I wanted to shout out at Craig at Acme Junk. He's a friend of ours, and if you haven't been to a store in Amory, go check it out because he's got some amazing stuff. And we're hoping that maybe next week he will be our guest. We'll get that set up. And then speaking of Amory, we were going to briefly talk a little bit about Artsy Gallery, and we had a sort of guest, but she's not joining us live. I did a little a video, so we're going to talk a little bit about her and Artsy Gallery right now. So, yeah. So Artsy Gallery, which many of you know is in Amory, Wisconsin. It's on downtown, and Randy and I are members there, and we have artwork there, and it's kind of our home base. See, this is now we're losing it again. So do you want to leave the broadcast and I'll just finish it? Because I'm hearing noise on your end.
Oh, okay.
So do you want to say goodbye? And let's see if that helps. Because this is what happened yesterday is after you moved things around, then it went to hell. So, okay. So bye, Randy. I'll just finish it off. Okay. So our friend, actually, Artsy Gallery is celebrating 10 years this year. It's the 10th anniversary here in July. They opened their doors. So we have drawings and all kinds of fun things. So if you have a chance, come on in and say hello. We're open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 10 to 4. When I was in town, our friend Loretta, who's a fiber artist, happened to be working, and she also happened to be dressed good that day. So I asked her if she would shoot a little video with me. So we're going to show that. So she is Blackberry Hills, and she does custom yarn, and she does weaving and crocheting and all kinds of things that we are going to see here. In a minute, I see another comment. I'm going to read it. Craig, yep. You might be our only viewer this early, you goofball. So here we go. We are going to talk about Loretta Peterson, and we have a little couple videos here. So give it a watch.
Hey everyone, it's me, Lisa, and I stopped in at Artsy Gallery in Amory where we have work. You can see our stuff right there. And my friend Loretta's working. So what a perfect time to talk to her about herself as an artist who makes fun handcrafted items. So I am going to stop this, turn it around, and we're gonna chat with Loretta here. Hang on. All right, so I'm showing some of Loretta's work right here, and she is a fiber artist, and we got lucky because today she is spinning while she's working. Now, is this something you do often, Loretta, when you're working?
Yes. I'm either spinning or weaving when I'm working, yes.
What are you working on here?
This is some silk. It's called sari silk, and it's the remnants from saris that are made in India.
Oh, look at that. So do you take them apart, or?
They're taken apart in India, probably in Nepal actually, and what that does is it gives women over there a job that otherwise wouldn't have any way of having any income. So it's a women's cooperative, and I'm able to buy the fiber and spin it into yarn. And my goal here is to make a jacket when I'm done. So I have a lot more.
My
I have a lot more spinning to do.
goodness, yes you do. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Loretta.
Well, so my husband and I have been in the area for about 30 years. I've been a member here at the gallery, at Artsy Gallery, for 7 years. And my husband and I own a sheep farm in north of St. Croix Falls in Eureka.
Okay.
We have about 30 sheep right now. At one point we had 150.
Oh
but
my goodness.
We're both retired now, so we want to travel some.
Yep.
So I take that wool along with other fibers that I'm able to get, and I make things with
Yeah,
it.
we're gonna pan. We're gonna do some panning here while you're spinning. So you make a variety of things. So now you knit and crochet,
And
correct?
weave.
And weave. Oh yes, yes. I actually will show. Actually, is this shawl
That's woven, yes.
Okay, so we have weaving, and then here at Artsy Gallery, this is all of your work that's available. So you do custom yarns. Do you dye these then?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so they're dyed and spun.
That's what they are.
And then for sale, here now we have a variety, and these, my favorite wintertime accessory. We have some fingerless gloves, and we have hats, and oh, the mug rugs. I just love those because they are fun to
And my
say
mask.
and easy. Yeah. Her mask, and then I loved your little ornaments here, the elves and things. And I took some pictures that when we're done with this video, that I'll show people. So how long have you been doing this?
About 35 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
And you know, it's an ever evolving process. It changes.
That must be your other, is that for your coat down there? Is that
Yes,
silk
that's
as well?
This is the bag of silk I need to spin.
Oh my goodness. How long do you think this is gonna take you to?
Well, a couple of months to make the yarn, I would guess. Not
really?
constantly, because I can't. I have a farm.
Yeah.
So I have, you know, but when I get a chance to work on it, which is often here at the gallery or evenings at home.
Wonderful. Now, the wool, the sheep that you raise, are you using that wool as well?
Yes. I can't say necessarily that a majority of this yarn is from there, but maybe I could. I could say a majority of the fibers here are from our farm. I don't hand spin all of the fibers, but I send them to a mill to be made into yarn, and then I dye them and either sell them as yarn or a product.
A product. Well, we're running out of time here. So Blackberry Hills is a name. I know you are on Instagram, and she's here in Artsy Gallery. So come on in and buy some yarn and products from Miss Loretta here. So thank you, Loretta.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yay! So again, that's Loretta Peterson of Blackberry Hills, and specifically she has her yarns and things at Artsy Gallery in Amory. She is a fun person and very, very talented. Here's just a few other of her things that she makes. She has hand-woven rugs and table runners. I believe that scarf we showed, and that is woven, but you can see the other scarf is either knitted or crocheted, and the hat, I don't know the difference. And this one here is quite beautiful and lovely. Look at that. That's gorgeous. So yeah, that's Loretta, and she is on Instagram at Blackberry Hills. So check her out. She just recently retired from her nursing position. She was an ER nurse at I think HCMC. I could be wrong, but so yeah, she had a long career there and is looking forward to being able to do some more with her business. So yay, Loretta, thanks for doing that with us. And that's really it, all kids. Now I do want to do a shout out for our friend. I actually have another one, Andrew Linderman, who of Linderman Pottery. We met him last year in Madison and had quite a fun evening together. He's just a really fun guy, and his pottery is amazing. And he's starting to do these mugs where he can put your logo on them, and he made 2 of them for us. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Andrew for that, because the blue one is quite lovely as well. I happened to be using it this morning, not intentionally, but this was the picture I was going to show. So that worked out. I have been drinking my little coffee out of it. I'm just going to look at comments here. Are we drinking on the tubes? Asking for a friend, Acme. Yeah. And good morning to my Aunt Karen, who's also watching. We are drinking coffee this early. That sounds more of a nighttime game, eh? If you haven't watched, yes, you do, Acme Junk, you do. Check it out. They weren't even that expensive, to be honest. Check them out on Instagram and then tell them we sent you our way. Unfortunately, there's no art fair, so then he ended up getting himself a real job for the summer, but I know he's starting to kind of try and throw some more things on the wheel, and yeah, he's a great guy, fun guy. So anyway, I think that's it for today. So again, we have a website, so check it out. We have plenty for sale. Still waiting on Uptown to find out what our weekend is or what's going on. Haven't heard anything. I'm getting a little nervous, thinking maybe they, I don't know. Hopefully it's still a go, but I guess we'll find out. Weiner here says, thanks for watching. I think you guys got to see Flash a little bit earlier. He was having some issues. This is normally our playtime. So that's all she wrote. Stay cool, kids out there. And thanks for watching. Share with your friends. Be nice to each other. Peace. I'm out.